9 powerful strategies to make him choose you over other women. A man's love life and partner selection are entirely up to him. It's difficult to explain why a man prefers one woman over another. Whether we like it or not, the men we want to date long-term are always weighing their alternatives. Seriously attractive people frequently have many suitors, so there will always be some competition. You know you shouldn't be fighting for your man's attention with someone else, but you have no other choice. If it actually comes down to it, there are some techniques to encourage a guy to choose you over someone else, even when the competition is high. Here are 9 strong things you may learn to know how to get him to prefer you above all the other girls. Do not skip ahead, because every step is important if you want to win him over, and also if you want to learn how to make any man fall in love with you using male psychology. Check the first link in this video's description under recommended solutions. 1. Show off your uniqueness. It's not fun to be in a competition like this. Don't be clingy or constantly strive to grab his attention. Simply be truthful about who you are. Instead of pretending to be someone else, show him your own self. It will exude on your face and catch his attention if you're secure in your own physique, style, and attitude. 2. Show your compatibility. It's all about compatibility when it comes to choosing a spouse. A guy will pick a lady who is emotionally, socially, and sexually compatible with him. Emotional connection is a significant aspect, since it distinguishes a love partner from a woman who is just friends with him. You must form a strong emotional bond with your partner and be honest about your feelings. Men dislike guessing, so if you're straightforward about how you feel about him, you'll probably be able to persuade him to select you over the other women. Social compatibility is another crucial thing to consider. It implies that you can fit into his social circle and that you have no issues about spending time with his friends or meeting his family. Finally, physical and sexual compatibility are important factors to consider. Your degree of intimacy and affection will also determine if he wants to be with you once you've passed the touch barrier. Keeping all of this in mind, if you think you are in every way compatible with him, then demonstrate him by being more open and going out with him on occasion. Don't go overboard or try to fool him, since he'll lose interest. Just keep things simple and natural. 3. Connection. Is it possible for you to have a genuine connection with him? In the long run, your relationship with a guy might be stronger than sex and desire. Sharing a laugh, a viewpoint, a hobby, or being able to relate to one another via a shared life experience may create an attraction much under the surface. Focus on your relationship with him rather than his relationship with the other women. By being present and vulnerable, you can build on that. The lady who shares pleasant and uplifting moments with him without interrogating him about the relationship or someone else will always win. This indicates your high value and self-confidence, while also conveying that he has something unique with you. For more thorough guidance on this, watch our video on how to be a high-value woman. I know it's difficult to accept that he could choose another woman over you, but try not to dwell on it. If you do, you'll simply make the other women appear more attractive. Keep your cool and remember that you are the prize. 4. Be engaging, but seem slightly less interested. Basically, you want him to notice that you're interested in him and that you're into him. However, you don't want him to feel compelled to date you. You don't want to put the pressure on him, since guys enjoy a good chase and regard women who roll over for them with disdain. By giving him a chase and demonstrating your interest, he will feel less pressure and will most likely find you more appealing than the other women. It's important not to come across as if you don't want him. You only need to be a little less forceful than the other women. 5. You don't have to be available all of the time. When something that has always been there suddenly vanishes, people panic and strive to regain it. If you've been waiting for him for a long and he's been dragging his feet, The simplest method to get him to make a decision is to cease being so easily accessible to him. This literally implies that you will gradually fade away from his life. Assuming you are constantly at his beck and call, a guy will frequently stress out and want to bind you into a commitment. The trick is to go about it as quietly as possible and as though it's nothing to you. 6. Make it a challenge. Have a life, career, and activities of your own. Be self-assured and let him pick you. Don't put pressure on him or constantly seek his attention. When you're happy in your life, you become a challenge for him to take on. He will then be the one who wishes to spend time with you. 7. Make yourself appealing. You don't have to be very attractive to pique your man's interest. To make him select you above other women, all you have to do is be your best self and be gorgeous. Look young and healthy and dress in clothing that is not only flattering but also comfortable. Own your feminine body and show him that you are a strong, gorgeous, and confident woman, in addition to being physically attractive. Your self-assurance will make you appear appealing. 8. Kindness and compassion. Work on your greatest characteristics and values in addition to working on your physical appearance. It will create a great impression on him if you treat the people around you with compassion and respect. Be kind to your family, friends, and those individuals that are close to you. You won't have to attempt to earn his affections then. Men like socially sensitive women. 9. If he doesn't appear to be able to make up his mind, ask him right away. You'll need to draw a line in the sand if you've been chatting to a guy for a couple of months. If he hasn't brought up the topic of exclusivity, you may need to ask him directly what he desires. Being the one who asks or states their expectations is sometimes all that is required to get what you want. A guy seeks particular attributes in a woman before choosing her as his mate. Compatibility, attractiveness, affection, compassion, and confidence are all part of it. Aside from these characteristics, it's also crucial to have shared beliefs and a strong bond. When there are other women in the scene, these variables become much more essential. When you love a man and want to be with him, keep in mind that he will only select you if he feels the same way about you. Don't get so wrapped up in the competition that you lose sight of your actual values. Focus on your life, and if he finds worth in you, he will come to you. Here's something we often forget when we have our sights set on a guy. If he doesn't see your worth, it's preferable to find someone who does. Well, if you need to make this man crazy over you, using psychology, do not forget to check the first link in this video's description. That's all for today from Brainy Facts. Thanks for watching.